Hello folks, hope you're all doing well. It is a lovely morning here in the plot. Look at this beautiful sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. Well, I'd be lying if I said that, there's a few clouds, but it's not too bad. Don't be fooled though, it's only about 2 degrees, it's a bit cold. Luckily, the ground isn't frozen. I mean, it was down, according to the weather forecast, about -2, -3 last night. I say we're just in the positive figures now, but we're here, we're at the plot, it's Sunday morning. Time to get some jobs done. It's one of those days where there's things to do that just need done. They don't fill me with excitement like growing little plants and putting them out and seeing them growing into big plants and loads of fruit and veg and stuff like that. It's that time of year where things just need to be done. I need to get on, get some jobs done, and come the springtime out, you know, we're the middle of January already. 2 months time and we're going to be well into the sort of start of springtime, and things are really going to be kicking off. So let's have a look about this. Three jobs I want to get done today. Let me spin around and show you this bit here. This was the start of a path. Now it's a mess. You'll remember that all this a few weeks ago, a month ago, all this was flooded all over here, and it's made a big old mess of that. So we're going to get this turned into a proper path, because eventually this pallet is going to shift and there's going to be a new pallet collar raised bed put in here. That's not for today though, but yep, one of the jobs for today, we're going to build a path. And it's one of those jobs, it's not massively necessary, you know, it's not maybe it's top of the list, but you know what, it looks really good once it's done. It's aesthetically pleasing, it makes it easy for me getting into the beds, so it's getting done. Job number 2, let's have a look over here, and apologies if the sun comes across the camera lens, because we're about to go into the sunny spot. And let me spin you around. This is a bit of a mangled frame here that I use for beans, and it's a bit mangled is probably a good word for it. It got knocked over in a storm a wee while ago and I've never put it back up since, because again, it's not been a priority job. It needs sorting out. I've got the broad beans in, they're starting to sprout. Let's get this fixed up, ready for the broad beans to go in. And the last job for today, well, maybe it's the last, we'll see how much time we've got. Let's have a wander up here under the archway and over here, and this is a strawberry bed. And look at the state of this. It's looking messy. I mean, messy is an understatement. All the way around here is messy. Obviously, we've got this area right here where we're sort of transforming. I've talked a bit about this, and watch out for a video coming soon about filling this raised bed. We're going to be doing something different, bit of an experiment in this area, something really cool coming for that. Watch out for that coming. But yeah, strawberries. Look at all that dead brown stuff. That all needs stripped out. This all needs tidied up, ready to get things going again in the spring and summer. What else do I need to do? If we've got time, we'll tidy the rhubarb, we'll give it a feed, and other things. Let's pop at the top, right at the top here, and let me show you this. Let me spin you around again. Sorry if I keep spinning you around. Raspberries, what a mess. They only trimmed back. It's a right mess over here. There's a bit of a theme to today's video. Everything's a mess and it all needs tidying up. So we're going to do some tidying. I will not bore you to death with minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes of footage of me tidying things and building paths and stuff. I'll be quite selective with the footage and hopefully stitch this together in editing in such a way that it makes it sort of interesting, and right at the very end you will see the outcome and it will make you feel as warm and as happy as I do that I've managed to get these jobs to do today, even though it is bitterly cold, especially down this end where there's no sunshine. Anyway, I'm off to get set up and I'll be back with you in just a jiffy. So, paths are one of those things that I need all the way around the plot to get in between the beds. So let me show you very quickly just how I'm doing these paths here. So most of the paths all the way around the plot are pretty much the same. First thing is, we have a gap. The gap is always wide enough to get the wheelbarrow down. That's my one sort of golden rule for building a path. Is it wide enough to get your wheelbarrow down to get access to the beds and tip in compost or whatever you need to do? Second, I put down cardboard. Same sort of 3 years no dig. It suppresses the weeds. That's all the cardboard's going to do. Then on top of the cardboard, I put some of the plastic weed fabric. I haven't brought this all the way to the end here because I wanted to show you the different layers that I'm doing here. And then on top of this, I'm going to put wood chips. I put fresh wood chips and I walk on them for years and years and years, and eventually they will turn into compost that I can use on the beds and things like that. And as quick as a flash, that's the path built. So we can see it all the way from the fence line, all the way down here, and then joins the sort of central path that we've got here. It looks a little bit tatty at the moment. The wood chips are really dark because it's so wet. if we get sunshine like this, if it stays like this for a while, doesn't rain loads, they will lighten up and they will start to change colour and look like this, and the paths look a lot better. I'm really, really, really lucky that a local tree surgeon comes and dumps loads of wood chips. Where does he dump them? All the way over here, miles over here, and I've got to go over there and get them all. It's quite a trek to go and get them, which is why sometimes it takes me a while to build the paths. But they are natural wood chips. They will compost down, they will get turned into mulch by me trampling on them for the next couple of years, and that's brilliant. I can scoop them up and then start the path building process again, so there's something to look forward to. Right, next job on the list, let's go and sort out this P&B bean frame that has been waiting to be sorted out for at least a month. This over here should look something a little bit like this. Let's have a look down. There you go, look. A nice lovely pea and bean frame for growing peas and beans up, but instead it's a big old mangled mess. What I need to do is get it all untangled. I've got one side has this sort of black plasticky mesh kind of stuff on it that was great actually for growing stuff up, and the other side over here you can see is joined up by strings. I think I'm going to have to get the scissors out and cut the strings to get all this untangled. It took me ages, absolutely ages, to get those strings all tied up and done all nice and neat and properly. However, we've been defeated by the weather. What I will do, get that cut, we'll give the bed the once over, and hopefully I'll be back with you soon-ish, maybe soonish, depends how long it takes, and we'll see how this area is looking like after that. Thankfully, that didn't take anywhere near as long as I thought it was going to do. You know when you've got those jobs that every time you come here, you see it and you think, I must do that. And I need to do that. It looks a mess, looks a state, it needs sorting. But it's going to be a horrible job and it's going to take ages, and you just sort of, you procrastinate, you put it off and off and off. That's what I've been doing with that. But you know, it maybe took me 10 minutes to sort that out, and I got all the string off. There's a couple of bits left here because I think that's maybe just adding a little bit of structure to the frame whilst it's still a bit wintry, still a bit windy around here. We'll leave that on and we'll get that tidied up more towards the sort of springtime. I've given the bed at the bottom a good hub over. Yeah, there's still some little weeds and that knocking about, and it's not the best weather to be hoeing in because the ground's all wet. We've put some fresh wood chips down the middle here. It might not look great, but this is one of the beds where we're following the sort of Charles Dowding kind of thing, where we've removed any wood from the edging of the beds because that just encourages slugs and snails and things like that. Yes, I'm a big fan of using wooden raised beds, as you can see back there, but some of the beds like this where we're digging into the ground, there's no wooden edges oh, excuse me, no wooden edges alongside it for slugs and snails to hide in. So I am chuffed to bits to get this job done. Next job, strawberries, which are behind you, that I know you can't see, but I'll get you turned around, I'll get it set up, and we'll get that strawberry bed tidied up because it's an absolute mess. So whilst we're here at the strawberry plants, I thought we'd have a little bit of a chat about two things in particular. First of all is these are runners, which are basically free strawberry plants. For those of you who don't know, most of you probably know this, but every year your strawberry plants that exist will send out what we call runners, which are basically brand new strawberry plants, and they will grow little roots on the bottom of them there, if you can see them. And we've got one beautiful, healthy, brand new strawberry plant. So I'm going to take out quite a few of them. There's probably loads of them sort of hiding about in and about this bed. So we'll get them out. And any of this sort of brown kind of dead stuff, I'm going to be putting to one side, and I'm keeping that for a particular reason. So watch out for that coming soon. It's not a... Is it compost? Kind of is, kind of isn't. But I'll come to that in another video. So all these dead leaves I'm keeping in this bucket. And hopefully by the end of the month, I'll have the video out where you can see what I'm going to do with them. The other thing is, it's kind of funny, kind of not. Do you remember that I mentioned it earlier on when I was down there, that we had a bit of issue with flooding, as a lot of you know, because I put the video out about it to show you how it happened. And up in this area here, sort of below where the camera is, that you can't see, is a bit of a dumping ground, a bit of a storage area, and I've got 3 sort of buckets of comfrey tea there that were brewed over the summer, and they were there, and one of them was just nicely sitting there right on the very edge of the strawberry bed, and in the flood it got capsized and the lid came off, and the in the pure comfrey tea has spilled out all underneath the strawberry bed. So I'm expecting some pretty turbocharged strawberries this year if they've had a dose of pure comfrey tea on top of them, but we'll see how it turns out. Anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you, was those two quick things. But you can see this is a massive mess. It's going to take me a good sort of 20 minutes, half an hour to sort all this out, because it is a disgrace. You know, just before, when I was saying some jobs aren't quite as bad as you think they're going to be, like that pea and bean frame over there, I'd like to withdraw that statement with regards to the strawberry bed, which quite frankly is an absolute pain in the arse, because there are loads and loads and loads of these. So strawberry runners, brand new strawberry plants that are sent out. So you can see in about the last hour I've sorted out this bit here, and I've got all of this left to do, and I can feel myself getting frustrated, and I'm starting to pull them from a distance, and it's jostling the main plants and disturbing roots and stuff like that, snapping things. So I need to stop, I need to walk away. I'm getting frustrated. It's time to go home for the day and get some lunch and get warm, because it is still absolutely blooming freezing here. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks. I will see you on the next one, when hopefully I am a little less frustrated and there's some easy jobs to do. Thank you very much again. See you on the next one. Bye for now, folks.